We were never designed to be. There's only so. Here's the thing. All of this negativity is a byproduct to a large extent of living in a world that's out of alignment. We were never designed to be at work every day, ladies and gentlemen, with these 9 to 5 jobs. We were never designed to live in the matrix. Now, when we have billions of people like we currently have on Earth right now living in the matrix, bad things happen because we are outside, in my opinion, of the laws of nature. We're doing things that we were not designed to do. You don't see other animals going to work every day. Animals live in a naturalistic manner. Now, I'm not saying that we should just go chew on bamboo and throw spears all day. That's not what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. What I'm saying is that we came here to live in the Garden of Eden and eat. I won't say that, but we were designed to understand nature through basically shamanism. I'll talk about that more in the future, but we were designed to live in this shamanic garden, be connected to God, and understand or learn the mysteries of nature. You see, nature is heaven. Now, some of you might be thinking that a lot of bad shit happens in nature, and that's true. I got a bug on my screen. Get the hell out of here. However, I'm not denying that crazy shit happens in nature because life, to a large extent, feeds on life, folks. But we were not designed to be in this rat race. We were designed to... You see, most of you guys, when you think of nature, probably think I'm referring to us like wearing loincloths and doing all this like primitive shit. No. You see, you only think that nature is primitive because you've never actually glimpsed the shamanic, telekinetic, telepathic nature of reality, or reality of nature. Excuse me, again, I'm exhausted. When an individual, through shamanism, witnesses the truth of nature and how advanced everything is, when you can see into the 4th and 5th dimensional overtones of nature, let's put it that way, when you can start glimpsing the auras and when you can start seeing into the invisible aspects of nature that your conditioned eyes cannot see, then you will understand what I'm talking about. Then you will understand that we are currently living in a natural internet, the collective consciousness, and the trees and all of this shit is working together symbiotically to produce this massive omni field of life. You can communicate with trees in an enlightened state and they will show you things. They will open portals for you. You don't know that though. You've been beaten down by this system and it's given you an identity and you've chosen to identify with it because everyone around you has identified with their ego. Now, I'm not saying the ego is a bad thing, ladies and gentlemen, but what I'm saying is that the ego to me is probably not what the ego is to you. The good aspect of the ego is that it's a survival and reproductive mechanism built into our consciousness, built into our genome, built into our mind. The bad part of the ego is that, how would I say this? There's 2 ways, in my opinion, of defining the ego. At least I look at it that way. Most people, when they think of the ego, they think it's, God damn, I wish I wasn't so exhausted right now because the words are just coming out in soup. The ego can be a good thing. Let's put it that way. It's a survival and reproductive mechanism. However, the ego also can lead to a trap where you identify with a false version of yourself. And when you identify with that false version of yourself, aka your lower self, it has a tendency to keep you in a particular bandwidth of energy that is far separated from your true self, your higher self, which is a state of enlightenment, ladies and gentlemen, through the Kundalini energy. It bridges you to the angelic kingdoms, and suddenly you know the truth that you and God are one and the same. But you don't see this kind of stuff being talked about on TV, do you? You don't see uplifting messages in magazines, do you? Now, I'm not saying that there aren't occasional messages and subliminals that are beneficial, because there are, but most of them are toxic. In fact, many of these quote-unquote uplifting subliminals and messages that they're broadcasting are Trojan horse systems that are actually negative. It's just like they give you all this, they give you all this positivity and then they shit on it. That's another mind control program, ladies and gentlemen, when they build you up and then you get right to the top and then they bring you down even further. This is mind control. You've all been mind controlled. You've all been put to sleep and you've all been hypnotized, whether you want to believe it or not. Regardless of how advanced you are, and I have these people contacting me here on my channel and leaving comments saying they're enlightened, saying that their kundalini's activated and they've unlocked the mysteries and they can do all these miracles. Show me. If your kundalini is completely online, perform a miracle. Move something with your mind. Most of you think you're enlightened. I'm not saying I'm enlightened. I've never actually said that. I've just said in the past that I'm someone who's experienced glimpses of the truth. And those small little glimpses of the truth through gnosis, those kundalini experiences that I had in my younger years, changed me forever. Showed me that there's much more to life than what we're currently experiencing. It's such a joke. I mean, you could actually see just how stupid shit is right now. The things people care about and the things people argue about and the things that people invest their time in is so stupid. Jesus Christ, the music people listen to, and it's just, there's just so much bullshit. This collective consciousness has cancer.